plan, and then he will be delivering in the classes, or what way of delivery he want to do. Those things the faculty will be planning. That is a completely a course objective. That is obsolete method now. But the course outcome is a student centric, which means after learning the particular subject, what the skill students will have or what the knowledge he will gain, that is called as a course outcome. And this is what NBA requirement is. So the course outcome will be mapped in each subject in the syllabus, and that will be assessed, and that will be mapped with the POs and PSOs, and that will be presented in the So this is a course outcome. Course outcome means it is a what to say? It is an outcome. And also the basic requirement, the fundamental one is you need to follow the Bloom's taxonomy action words for framing the course outcomes. Bloom's taxonomy is a fundamental or a framework given as the process of a learning. A student can understand a subject as a basic elementary level, or he can understand and he can reproduce, or he can understand and take some project and he can do likewise. So this is a level of learning. And for your understanding, I have given it here. Bloom taxonomy pyramid. The bottommost pyramid is a remembrance. So if we teach about a fiber, a definition, he will understand, he will remember what is a fiber. So that is a remembrance. And understanding means when he sees some fibers or when he noticed something and he could able to recollect or recall and identify it as a fiber, then it is an understanding level. And apply whatever he has learned, and he could if he could able to apply and see, then it is an application level. For an example, if he learned about a silk fiber, and if he or a wool fiber, and when he is designing a winter jacket or winter garment, and he wants to have wool fiber in that garment, then that is a selection of fiber for a winter garment application. So that is an application level. Next one is an analyze, and he can able to give a solution for that, then it is an analyze level. Next, evaluate. Sir, sorry for a small disturbance. Evaluate is a if suppose both the two different situations are given, if he could able to evaluate and give us suggestions whether which is right or which is wrong, or he could able to analyze and give a final report, then that is an evaluation level. It is a kind of a project or something. And last one is a create. If he could able to create a product or any other thing, that is a create. So for a simple topic, the level of understanding, the level of learning can be of different 6 levels, and this is what. And for writing our COs, each level have a specific keywords or action verbs which need to be used. And there is a very large list for all these 6 levels. And I've given a very simple small list. See, for a remembrance, you can tell it as a relate, tell, find something. And for understanding, if you want to check whether he understood or not, you can start with the discuss, outline, explain, etc. And if you want to check the his application knowledge, then you can start a question with a illustrate, complete, or something. And analysis, identify, compare, likewise, and evaluate. As I told, if the two different situations are given, he need to justify, or he need to decide, or he need to conclude. Likewise, and creating, designing something or creating something. That is what. So, for a simple topic, student can be taken to 6 levels of understanding or 6 levels of learning. So this is the basic things of a Bloom's taxonomy. So coming back to the previous slide, course outcome need to be student-centric perspective, and also it describes learning achievements. It should be measurable and accessible, and need to use Bloom's taxonomy to Bloom's action verbs. And actually, as I told you, while you're designing your curriculum and your syllabus, it need to be a reverse process. Why? Because it generally will be taking a subject, we'll be seeing the syllabus, and we'll be breaking down into 5 units, and we'll be teaching this students. Actually, it is not a what to say process of framing the curriculum. So it need to start from your aim of a PEO, what the students need to be after 5 years of a graduation, and for making some achievements after 5 years, what are the skills he should have, and for that, what are the areas or domains he should learn. For an example, for a handloom technology students, after 5 years, he want to be an entrepreneur. In that sense, then what are the skills he should have? He should know about a fiber, he should know about a yarn, he should know about a fabric production, and coloring, printing, and ornamentation of the fabric and all. So all these things are domains of basic things. And breaking down the domain, we can frame the subjects of each domain. If suppose basic fibers science is required, what are the subjects we can group under that? Yarn production might be what are the process of yarn spinning, or those things we can bring under this. And coming to fabric production, preparatory process, then weaving, those things we can combine under this. Likewise, what are the subjects we need to have, at which semester, at what level they need to learn. And then coming to the POs, it need to be aligned, need to cross check with the POs. POs is nothing but 12 attributes given by the NBA. So he has given the set of skills required for an graduates. So we need to match all our curriculum to the POs, and then we need to confirm. Then we need to subdivide this into COs as a subject and 5 units. And then for the subject, what is the assessment method we are going to have? Might be it can be a written exam, it can be an internal exam, or it can be a semester end exam, or if it is a assignment type, it can be or a seminar or a project. What kind of assessment you are going to have, and then how we are going to teach, and how he is going to learn. These methods, these things we have to plan in the before starting our curriculum and a syllabus. And generally, this is our process. What we are following as an autonomous institution, this is our process. We'll take our vision and mission, which is nothing but the PUOs, what the students need to be after 5 years, and then it is a broad feedback from the all the stakeholders were collected. Stakeholders are employers, alumni, industry experts, then parents, students, and faculties. And then the curriculum is framed, then syllabus is framed, and then it is internally discussed, then it is put up to the BOS, and then to the academic council, and then floated to the students. This is the general procedure. Might be you will be having a syndicate or a team of members for approving the syllabus. So the process can be refined like this. Then objectives and in a set of a one course of a syllabus, these are the things we need to have: objectives and a outcome declaration, and what is the course calendar. If there are 5 units, how many hours will be handled per unit, that need to be mentioned. And what are the assessment method for each syllabus we need to prescribe. And also, what is the continuous improvement documentation. Might be the same syllabus was taught to the previous set of students, might have faced some challenges, or result might be down, or there might be very excellent result. So this feedback can be taken for the next batches, and then that can be enhanced, or that can be revised as upgraded. For that, we need to take the feedback from the previous thing. Those things also can be included in the syllabus. And coming to that, I told you, no, there should be the assessment method. And coming to the assessment method, there are two different ways of assessments. One is a direct assessment, that is our regular practice, keeping the exams, keeping the quizzes, consolidating their marks, and also having the semester end examination and taking that mark and declaring as a pass or fail. This is our regular process. So likewise for the laboratory also we'll do, and for the projects and all. This is the regular process where the student's performance will be assessed. And this is what. But in the case of also, we need to consider the indirect assessment also, which means we need to have the feedback from the students soon after completing the course. At the end of each semester, we can get a student's feedback whether the course was what to say able to follow, whether the content is syllabus content is clarity, likewise. So this is indirect assessment, and both the things need to be considered for considering the attainment. And for your understanding, I have given you the bird's eye view of our syllabus, the woven fabric manufacture and structure, where you can see the subject name and also what is the LTPC. Next to that, course objectives will come one by one, but overall view of this syllabus. Course objectives, course outcomes, then prerequisite. If suppose if a student is learning about printing technology 2 means
left left.
sir, excuse me sir. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Continue, please, ma'am.
Okay. And also, if suppose if the syllabus is for printing technology 2, the students should have learned printing technology 1 before studying the printing technology 2. So that is a prerequisite. And also COPO mapping is required. Then what is I told you, assessment method, direct and indirect. And then subject content for 5 units. Then how many hours are allotted for this, and then textbook and references. So this is the shape of the syllabus where all the requirements for NBA is met. And when you go in detail, see this is the course outcome. As I told you, this is the student centric. The students will be, at the end of the course, the students will be able to explain the winding, warping, sizing and all. Then describe, he could able to describe, he can explain, he can analyze and he can illustrate. He can design a Dobby design. So all are Bloom's taxonomy accent verbs, measurable ones, and it is given for one for each unit. So 5 unit, 5 COs, course outcomes we have given. Generally nowadays, as per latest NBA requirement, we are not declaring any course objectives. We are doing only with the course outcomes. And if there is any prerequisite, it can be mentioned here. And next one is a CO-PO mapping. As we all know, CO is a course outcome and PO is a program outcome given by NBA. PSO is a program specific outcome which we will be framing. So you can see at the left, extreme left, CO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. And on the top, PO 1, 2 up to 12 is there. And continuously PSO 1, 2, 3 is there. This is a table. And this table seems to be very small, simple. But for this, we need to work a lot. And see, this table is explaining in what way this subject is contributing to the our main goal of 5-year goal. And here our PSO 123 is related, and also we are saying that as per NBA requirement, all the skills required for 12 POs is also met. And for doing this table, I'll show you a small Excel sheet, and that Excel sheet will be taken for entering each number here. I hope you can see a screenshot of Excel sheet. There is a Excel sheet is visible, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. And see, the first PO is given as a apply the knowledge of mathematics, science, engineering fundamentals, and engineering specialization to the solution of complex engineering problems. So in very simple, what are the domains we can take it from this PO means? One is a science, another one is a mathematics, third one is our related area, textile, garment and fashion technology, and fourth one is a general engineering. So these are the 4 domains we can take it, pick out from PO1. And what are the attributes or key terms we can map with the syllabus means for the visual merchandising subject I have given here. For the same way, for the woven fabric structure also we can give. For the unit 1, winding, warping, likewise it is given. So visual merchandising, one subject, fundamentals will be related to textile and general engineering and not with the science and the maths. But when you come to retail store atmospheres where you can see how many number of products to be displayed or how many number of things to be aligned might be likewise. So mathematics is related, textile garment is related as engineering. So if it is related, number will be given as 1. If it is not related, it is kept empty. And out of 4, how many are mapped means in the first one, 2, the second one, 3, in the second one is third one is 3 likewise. And what is the percentage average of this means 0.5 and all. If all the summation is done and then this is a 0.58 where the number of keys are divided. This is the average of this and weightage is given as 2. Likewise, PSO also will be calculating. And there is a small, what to say, correlation we have framed for our understanding. If the average summation is 2 to 0.2 to zero point 0.5, that will be 1 and it is considered as a weak. And zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.7, it is 2 and it is moderate. And zero point 0.7 to 3, it is strong. So, in the table, if there is a number 2 means by calculating the by considering this the domain and attribute and mapping of the syllabus, we will be rating it and then it is averaged and then it is weightage is given. This is how this table is done. And see if we here PO2 CO1 and its outcome is its weightage is 2. In this table CO1 PO2 it is 2. For one number, we have calculated so many things. Likewise, for each and everything we will do, and this is a table where we are substantiating that this subject is aligned with the POs and also with the PSOs. So this is what the table is. And in this, make sure PSOs need to be aligned because we are defining the PSOs. Our course is this, and our students will be learning this, and this is what our students will be at the end of this graduation. All these statements are given by us. And if the subject is not mapping to this, then this is an unwanted one or unnecessary course which we are teaching. So this PSO 1 to 3 need to be aligned. And PO 1 to 12, it is given by NBA and it need to be aligned. So I said it is not necessary for all the POs to be aligned, but in some cases, like a project and all, there will be some almost all the POs will be aligned. And the next part is the course assessment. Here we have 3 internal, so its weightage is also given, and we will have an objective test, and its weightage is 6. We will giving the assignment, attendance. So, what is the internal mark? What is the semester exam mark? Those details will need to be given in detail in the syllabus itself. And also, as I told you, indirect assessment at the end of a completion of this course, we'll be getting a feedback from the students, and that is the course in survey, and that weightage is also taken for attainment. And coming to this one, this is a very crucial part, and this is where Prakash sir wants to give more importance and insistence. And when you are dividing 5 units for a syllabus, take it as a hierarchy. Start with the introduction, go with its principles, concepts, and all. Third one might be the additional inputs for that. Fourth one might be advanced technology. Fifth one might be its application or something. So we will be having a structured syllabus in that, and in that give a define how many hours are required for this. And our way of syllabus framing is this, where we'll have a heading in unit 1 you can see heading followed by colon. So it says that it is a heading and it continues with the subdivisions of this heading. So objectives and yarn passage in cone winding, it is not completed here. So comma objectives and yarn passage in cone winding machine, with this the winding is completed. So full stop. I'm repeating again, we will be dividing a syllabus into 5 units, and 5 units will be giving some starting with an introduction and ending with the latest advanced technology. And each unit will be defined with how many number of hours required to complete this. And coming to each unit under each heading, we'll be planning to have the syllabus content. And for the syllabus content, first you define it as a subheadings and subheadings with the content what to be taught as a continuation of this. So there will be a subheading for each unit and content under subheading will be given. And a subheading followed by colon and then the content what to be taught as a given. And if there is a continuation of the subheading, mention it as comma, then continue the next title or subheading, then comma, then comma, comma, comma. Then if the subheading is getting over, keep a full stop. Likewise, for the next subheading also, warping machine, objectives, types and material passage. With that, that topic is getting over, full stop. No need to have a full stop after objectives. Warping machine, objectives, full stop, types and material passage is meaningless because continuation of objective, types and material is also related to warping machine. So objective, comma, types and passage, material passage, then full stop is a meaningful. Then next moving on to third subheading, sizing, objectives of sizing, comma, list of size ingredients, comma, and then drawing, indenting and knotting, full stop can be done. So this is the framing structure of a one unit. And coming to the unit two also same way, it is a basics of ours is a combination of a fabric manufacture and design component also. So they will be learning overview of a loom mechanism and all. So the unit two is of a basics of loom mechanism. First looms, colon, then introduction, comma, types of loom, and then I'm moving to the basic motions, then primary, secondary, and auxiliary, primary mechanism, secondary, and auxiliary. So each one will be continued with the comma and then full stop. This is the structure of unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and unit 5. And when you see unit 4, elements of woven design, design draft, its types and tech plan. Next, construction of element weaves. In that, we have so many different weaves. Plain weave and derivatives. It has its further breakup. Plain weave derivatives, there are so many different types. So, again, colon, then rib, web thread, matrib, then comma, 12 weave and its derivative colon, then continuation of a 12 weave derivatives, then next weave, likewise. So the basic understanding is there should be an subheading and it's a continuous, it's a related topic, then next heading and its related topic. Likewise, it will be given. And also unit 5, there will be, it is about Darby and Jacquard design. And the next is the theory part. 45 hours we needed for completing this theory. There is no tutorial, no practical and project. So total hours is 45. And also give the reference and textbooks and try to give it as a latest books and also textbook which students can refer, read and use for their um, preparation. So try to choose very choosy while you are giving the textbooks, which is which will be handled by the students. So give the book which will be very user friendly, and references can be an additional input to the students so that they can refer for their additional information. And try to have the books which is after 2000 2005. So many latest books have come. Try to include latest books. And what the structure of the syllabus is, this is how the syllabus will be. So COs, after the COs, there will be a prerequisite, then COs, POs mapping, then what are the assessment methods we need to have, those things we need to give. And then for the, why? Because we have different structures of assessment. That's why we are giving for each subject. If it is a common one, you can give it in your regulation itself. But in our regulations, we have theory integrated with the lab, lab integrated with the theory integrated with the project, and also theory with lab with the project. Likewise, so many components are integrated. That's why we are giving assessment method in each of the subjects itself, and also textbook with the references. And for your better understanding, I have brought a small exercise. And this is the syllabus for textile and apparel quality evaluation, which is nothing but a testing paper. and course outcome is given here. 5 course outcomes are given. I want your feedback whether all these 5 can be accepted, keeping into consideration that it need to be measurable and accessible and need to follow the Bloom's taxonomy. I'd like to have your feedback. 5 COs are given for 5 units, and it is explaining that after studying this course, students will be able to explain the principles and methods of fiber and yarn testing, describing, studying the apparel testing, understanding the procedure, assessing the quality. Is this fine? Can we follow the same thing?
Ma'am, in the title, textile apparel and quality evaluation, but CO1 is explain the principle and method of using for fibers and yarn testing is there. I think the CO
Sir,
is
actually our syllabus starts from fiber,
okay.
then yarn, then fabric, then garment, and all those things are included in one subject itself, sir.
Okay,
So,
textile and apparel. So from textile to apparel, it will be covered.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay, ma'am.
Sir, when you look into the third one, study the apparel testing. The word study, it is not a measurable one. Why? Because we cannot measure how much amount of thing he has studied. So this word is not keyed under the Bloom's taxonomy, and this is not a measurable one. So we should not use it in words like this, which is not measurable. And when you look into the fourth one also, understanding, we could not say how much understanding he has about the procedure of quality and quality assurance. So the terms like study, understanding, those things we should not use in the course outcome. Rest of the things like just to have a so browse it, you will be getting the action verbs of a Bloom's taxonomy, and you can have those words for this, and you can frame what is the learning outcomes after studying that unit 1, what you'll be able to do. That can be given as a course outcome. And also for your prerequisite, you need to have understanding about fibers and yarn, and also we have a lab on that. So those subjects need to be studied before studying this. That is the prerequisite. Hope this is clear to all. Course outcome need to be measurable, and also it need to be a prerequisite need to be given for the subjects which is learnt already, which is in the preamble. If it is required, it need to be given here.
That J indicates a project or something else.
Yes, sir. We have a project component also.
So that's why the
Lecture,
J. Okay.
tutorial, practical, J is a project, and also the total credit is 3.
Okay, so okay, ma'am.
And next, coming to COPO mapping, just observe this table. Look at the PO4. It has a very weak mapping. If any one of the CO is weakly mapped or any two of the COs are weakly mapped, that is fine. If all the COs are weakly mapped, then we need to reconsider a syllabus content to strengthen this. And also PO 7, 8 and 9 is completely not mapped. In some of the cases, it may be like that, but try to see that there should be having a strong correlation with the POs. And the PSO 2 and 3 is completely empty, which means that this subject is not directly serving to our goal, which is wrong. There should be a correlation, or else the meaning of studying the subject is waste. So these PSOs need to be we need to have a strong correlation, and also with the in specific Next one, there's an assessment plan you can do. And now we'll try a small activity. This is the syllabus content of a fiber and yarn testing. Can I have your feedback whether any revision is required? Actually, this is not our syllabus. I have modified something slightly for your better understanding. There are some hyphens, there are some colons, commas, full stop in between and so on. For refinement, I have brought it this. First one, fiber testing, moisture and moisture regain and moisture content. Next one, standard conditions for testing samples. It can be subdivisions. Next, it can be taken to the next line. Hyphen should be removed. Semicolon need to be done. Likewise. And in the yarn count and yarn strength, definition of count, yarn numbering system, determination of yarn count using wrap rail. Full stop instead of full stop, it can be a comma, count strength product and yarn, single yarn strength. Why? Because the subheading mentioned as a yarn count and yarn strength. Strength also included in the subheading, so it can be a comma. Likewise, you can modify this, and also for picking the content for the syllabus also arrange in a hierarchy so that what to say, it will give you a complete neat flow of a study. Actually, we will have a completely structured syllabus so that if you want to break it down further also for the betterment of a student understanding, it can be done as a what to say, it can be introduction, definition or types, classifications, then testing procedures. Likewise, it can be further subdivided and it can be divided. When you see the unit 2, it is completely given as one paragraph. It is not wrong. It is also followed in most of the universities and industries. And it is a crispy one, but for a easy readability, fabric performance testing in the second line is a next subheading which can be taken down, colon, and it continued with its procedure testing methods. Likewise, it can be broken down for easy understanding. Number of hours given is 9, and third unit is 8 hours. And to compensate, unit 5 is 10 hours. It required 10 hours and unit 3 requires 8 hours. So all put together will be 45 hours. So can I give 4 hours for one unit and 12 hours for another unit, which is not balancing one. Try to have plus or minus 1 or 2. That is okay. Or else content for assessment will be very smaller, where your attainment of COs and CSOs will be a challenging one. So number of hours and the content for syllabus what you are planning need to be in what to say, in a balanced way. Then tutorial project, and also have the books which is of latest. This is what. So this is the main outline of my planning today. So while you are framing the syllabus, start with the COs, then prerequisite also you can plan. COPO mapping, it is a separate task we need to do. Actually, we are doing as a programmed Excel sheet. So whether it is mapping or not, that will be considered just by giving number 1, 1 or 1, 2. The final end will be calculated and that will be taken for this table. After that, we are breaking the into 5 units, and each unit need to have a subdivisions, and subdivision need to be followed with the breaking up of a content to be taught, and that to be in a hierarchical order. And then number of hours to be taught, then textbooks and references. So this is the structure of the syllabus. Actually, what we are following, and this is in line with the NBA. And why we need to do this means, actually, if we are doing in this way and getting the feedback from the industry and all, so our syllabus will be keep on updating, and we will be in line with the industrial practices. And also the students who are graduating with this knowledge will be ready to be what to say, take up the task in the industry. They will be industry ready graduates. That is for we are doing all these purposes, and the learning process will be easier, simple, and they will be take understanding. Students will be in the position to understand the needs and requirement of each subject. And the NBA, as the NBA is also checking the complaints of this one, and also industry ready graduates. We will be developing the industry ready graduates, and with the clear objectives, with a clear plan and a goal. If you are doing this process, our foundation will be very strong, and also it will be continuous excellence. This will be a road path for the continuous excellence. And if you have any queries, I'm happy to share my small learnings.
Thank you, Dr. Prilada. Staff member, you can has any queries, any doubt means please feel free to ask Madam. Madam, clarify your doubt. So another 1 or 2 minutes wait for that your question. Any question, please be asked.
I'm happy to answer your questions.
One doubt,
Yes, sir.
ma'am. So where we need to use the semicolon. The colon is okay at the time of heading. We have to be use the colon. So somewhere it is mentioned semicolon. So in which
Yes,
case
sir.
we can use the semicolon during the preparation of the syllabus?
Sir, it's in the V sir. Actually, plain view, it's derivatives. Derivatives, we have given it as a var preb, web preb and all. Then, in continuation of the main subheading, we are going to the 12 view and its derivative. In that case, we can go for the semicolon, then 12 view and its derivatives. And continuation of that, we can give a colon, because 12 view derivatives, now we are going to give it as a herringbone 12 or broken 12 or something else. So after completing that, you can give semicolon. Then you can go do with a satin or a crepe. That case, you can give the semicolon, sir.
Okay, the subheading we can cover with the semicolon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Staff member, any questions? Please be asked.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Could you share this soft copy of this PPT?
Yeah. That the full video, sir, full video we are recording. The video may be shared to all IIHT. No issue, sir.
No issue, sir. I'll carry to Prakash, sir. We can get it, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, I have a doubt on that Excel sheet you have told about, that evaluation of the COPO mapping. Do you have any standard template you are using to evaluate that COPO mapping, or how do you assess, madam? Can you clarify that, Excel
Sir,
sheet? What is
actually, we are following this ABET method. In that, they have given the procedure of calculating this. And we have given, we have considered the domains of each POs.
okay, ma'am.
For PO1, what are the domains we can pick out from that given statement?
Okay.
And for our syllabus, what are the key attributes mapping we will be taking for each unit?
Okay.
And if it is directly related to domain and attribute, it is rated as 1.
Oh, okay. Weightage you are giving 3 is the high, right, madam? How you are giving that weightage, madam? 1, 2, 3. If it is directly related, means.
Sir, in this slide, you can see, sir, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 domains are there. Modern resources, problem, then data collection, analysis, and interpretation. 5 domains are there. And 1, 2, 3, sir, visual merchandising fundamentals, retail store atmosphere, VM approach. Since we are having as a standard template, 4 and 5 is 0. So 5 domains, 5 attributes are there. And when you see the bottommost one, it is typed as number of relation occurrence. The first one, there are 4 occurrence. In the second one, there are 2 occurrence. Likewise, so 4 by 5. 5 is a domain. Likewise, we are averaging it. So 4 domains are there, and it is taken as 0.55. For that, we are giving the rating. 0.2 to 0.5 is weak. 0.51 to 0.7 is moderate. 0.7 to 3 is strong. So that rating weightage is taken for final mapping, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
I think there is no question further. So anyway, thank you, Dr. Prelada, for the wonderful session to motivate our staff member to know about that NBA guidelines. I request our Mr. Devi Lokesh, Deputy Controller of Examination, to give you a vote of thanks for this. Lokesh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
your vote of thanks for this.
First of all, I thank you, the expert ma'am, Priyata ma'am, Dr. Priyata ma'am, for giving this wonderful session, and it will give a lot of idea how to make a syllabus, to frame the syllabus particularly in the line of NBA. So it may be helping to make syllabus framing based on the NBA in future. Now we are in the framing of the new syllabus, that is of curriculum and syllabus for the regulation 2025. So we'll also try to changes as per your suggestions with the permission of our COE, Control of Examination, Tanna sir. And I also extend my thanks to Prakash sir to arrange this wonderful session for all the faculty members of all IIHTs. I thank both the Priyata ma'am as well as the Prakash sir. And I also thanks to all the participants, those who have participated in this meeting, particularly for this syllabus and the curriculum framing lecture, guest lecture. I thanks one and all faculty members, and I thanks to our COE also, that is Tanna sir, to accept this opportunity to provide for all the faculty members. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Prelada. So we wind up the session.
Thank you, sir, Prakash sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am.